Let's go. Hey everybody, before we get started, could you hear me? Just want to make sure, because I have new earbuds and never used them before like this, so just want to check. Mic check 1, 2. Can you hear me? Just give me a yes in the chat if you can, please. I want to sit here and talk to myself, not today. Yay, thank you, y'all. Nana's not drunk. I appreciate that. All right, so, guys. All right, so where do I even start here? Lately, we have seen what some of us have seen for quite some time. Jacci Sunshine from Sunshinery is straight up obsessed with real entertainment news. Now, before I get into all the ways in which this has unraveled, I want to talk about something first, and I want to make it clear before any of you start yippity yapping in the chat, okay? Listen, real entertainment news is a very polarizing figure. He never really bothered me that much personally, but the fact that he hurt people that I care about is what kind of made me and him, defer, if you will. So, he's a character. He says some outlandish things, and I think, well, actually, I know a lot of it is to garner a reaction from the audience. It doesn't make it right, but it makes him him, and doesn't mean I agree with it. It means that I see it for what it is, and I try not to let it, really get to me. Thank you, allegedly. Appreciate that. Sticker. I have my phone next to me too, so hopefully I can see what your sticker looks like. I appreciate that, your support, allegedly. I really do. Thank you. So I'm sure that almost everybody in this chat remembers, not so long ago, once upon a time, your girl AZ took to a live stream and was just like, everybody needs to stop. Just stop. Leave the dude alone. Stop stalking him. Stop watching him. Stop hate watching. Just stop. Remember, I did that, and like 50% of the people were like, yeah, you're right. And then the other 50% were like, no, don't tell us what to do. We like to annoy him, and we want to keep up this energy, and we just want to let us bother him, AZ. And it was this whole thing. And for those of you who don't know, this was the catalyst for the split of the people, if you will, in Charlotte's Discord. Now, I say Charlotte because this happened in her Discord. I want to make something clear. Charlotte was never obsessed with following real entertainment news, right? She thought that it was... She saw it for what it is, too, from what I remember. She was just like, yeah, it's nonsense, but, like, I'd rather just ignore it. And her and I kind of were on the same page with that, right? But, real entertainment news would be real entertainment news, and he said some things that upset some people, and, we tried to let him know, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. But one thing about him, he's set in his ways. You can try with all your might to get that man to be who you want him to be, and he won't, because that's who he is, right? Do I think he's got an awful heart where he wants to hurt people? No, but I also think that he knows that his words will hurt people, so I'm kind of torn on that. However, the point of what I'm trying to say here is this. It's what I've always said. If he upsets you, don't watch. It's really not a hard concept, but you'd be surprised, love, how hard that concept really is, right? So I go live that day. I'm like, hey, everybody knock it off. And if you are going to, antagonize it and watch and this and that, like, can you just not? Because basically what was happening, what began to happen was this became so out of control that people were calling his sponsors, right? They were calling his sponsors. And what was happening was because Charlotte, myself, even Jennifer Falk at one point, because like we were actually, I'll tell Jennifer's story after, because me and Charlotte were being accused of having our people do this, which couldn't have been further from the truth, honestly. Literally, we were getting doxxed. We were getting the brunt of what these people were doing behind the scenes, right? And that's kind of where the catalyst for everything that took place in Charlotte's Discord, for the demise of like half the people who hate me now, all come from that, right? But come from the concept of, hey, maybe don't poke the bear, maybe don't watch, maybe. And I went live that day and I didn't like name people in particular. I wasn't like you, and you. I was just like, everybody needs to stop. Well, there were a few people who took that super personally and they were like, ow, my feels. She's talking to me. I know it. And like they threw themselves in front of my freight train, right? And here we are. So that's the gist of it. Well, guys, I've been saying all along, I haven't spoke to Real Entertainment News till recently. Now, let me back up a little bit. The reason why I shut him down and stopped talking to him was because he said something about Jacci Sunshine that literally hurt my heart for her, okay? He said that she was too ugly to be SA'd, and I thought that was, like, ridiculous because he already knew that what he was doing was hurting her, and at the time, I really cared about the girl, and I was like, look, I'm just not going to talk to him anymore, and that was that. I stopped watching him. I just stopped. So, like I said, people behind the scenes were calling his sponsors and whatnot. A girl named Jennifer, right? That's all he knew. It was a girl named Jennifer. He blamed Jennifer Falk. He said disgusting things about her. So I watched all these innocent people, including myself, get hurt because of what they were doing, right? So of course I flipped my lid. Why wouldn't I? They're not the ones getting doxxed. They're not the ones getting their cancer made fun of. They're not the ones dealing with the wrath. They're behind the scenes giggling. They think this is funny. Well, I don't think it's funny, and I never did. So, I kind of let them know how I felt about it. Well, during this whole Charlotte Discord thing, like I said, Charlotte was never one of the protagonists against Real Entertainment News. She was like, didn't want anything to do with him, but, people will be people, and it went on in her Discord day in and day out, like, what is he saying now? Did you record his live last night? He did this to this one. He said this to this one. And it just became so crazy that I was like, yo, he owns your brains. He literally owns your brains. And Jacci Sunshine was one of those people, right? Because he hurt her. And I even said this the other night when I talked to him about it. He was like, why is Jacci so obsessed with me? And I said, honestly, I think that you trigger some unhealed, whatever you want to call it, inside of her that makes her look at you like, I need to take this guy down. If I take this guy down, maybe I'll feel better inside about what I struggled with, whatever, right? So, yeah. But anyways, if you have not seen the whole, I have a hard drive with everything about you in it, like that's creepy energy. I'm sorry, it is. It's creepy. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care. It's creepy. And if you haven't done anything with that information that you've been collecting for months and months and months on end, what are you even doing anymore? Like, what are you even doing anymore? So more and more people started to see like, yo, all right, she's over here crying victim, but she's really an active participant. More and more people started to see it, and more people were like, hey, you know what? This is a little much. She's obsessive, right? So what I did is that she's gone on a couple lives lately because Josh, her third co-host to leave, by the way, her third co-host in a matter of months to be like, you know what, Jacci, I don't want to deal with you anymore. You're just too much. You're an emotional manipulator, because it's not only an unhealthy obsession, it's an emotional manipulation that she is just mastered by now, okay? She's done it. I've seen her do it. She's done it with me. She's done it with other people. And that's not okay, right? It's just not. So I watched her go on a few streams lately because, first and foremost, she blamed Real Entertainment News for Josh leaving her, which that's not what Josh says, but we'll get to that. And yeah, so she's been stream hopping. And of course, the walking contradiction that Jacci Sunshine is, she's a whole goddamn thunderstorm in her Sunshinery. You don't need to be a meteorologist to know that the girl is a little much. She's doing the most, okay? She's doing the most. And people don't want to hear real entertainment news. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate your sticker. Thank you. And people don't want to hear real entertainment news. Oh, and this is also a problem too. And this is his own fault as far as I'm concerned. I think he knows it deep down inside. You know, you want a community to go to bat for you. You want people to say, hey, what Jacci Sunshine is doing to me is wrong. You want people to say that. He wants people to say that, right? And nobody really did or cared to, because we were like, well, dude, this is like the boy who cried wolf, except you're not a liar. You're a big bad monster making girls literally cry. Like, why would anybody want to go out of their way to help somebody who pissed off the entire community just because? You know, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to understand, but at the same time, I can see his concerns about why it's not good, why he doesn't like it, so on and so forth. So what I want to get into is I threw together a video of the panel hopping that Jacci has done lately, and we can get into all the ways in which this girl has been a contradiction and then some, okay? Now listen, I don't agree with doxing. I don't agree with it at all, okay? Real Entertainment News never showed her name. Never. He did that to me, though, but I'm over it. He never showed her name. He never showed her address. Literally, he pulled up a Ben Verified, and I know it's Ben Verified because I have a Ben Verified, okay? She'll tell you that he paid to get this information because it's been longer than 7 years or something, which I don't know where she gets that idea from, but you know, it's simple. He pulled it up. He put it up there. She could have been like, that's not me, you know, but she was like, no, that's me. And then she'll give you a million billion reasons why. None of that's her fault. Nothing is ever her fault. Remember that. Remember that. It's never Jacci's fault. And I think if you watch this video, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So let's get into that, because this is something, man. I had to talk about this, right? It's something else, right? All right, guys, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to stop this video because just pay attention. Pay attention to what Jacci says. Pay attention. Because the more you pay attention, the more you start to go, wait a minute, that's not what you said about this. I mean, it just makes me shake my head, but here we go.
Julie, go. Julie Virgo, pay attention. Listen, don't worry about Julie Virgo. She is another clout chaser like real. So here, these are the people you need to stay away from. Julie Virgo, T-Spiracy, also known as AZ, and Real Entertainment, because all those people are clout chasers. They do things for pure drama and entertainment. If you guys like drama and entertainment and like people coming after people, then have fun over there. That's not what I'm about, and that's why I hang out over here with you guys, because I know you guys are real people and you guys just want to have fun and enjoy your time on YouTube. That's what we're here for. Yeah, bottom feeders. That's what she is. So let's do, since she wants to run her mouth, let's play real song, shall we? I got I got impersonation, I got leaving the scene of an accident, and forgery because of my ex-boyfriend. So the leaving a scene of an accident and impersonation. So my ex-boyfriend that used to beat the shit out of me, we were at a
real quick, because I keep seeing this comment. People keep hitting me up with it, so I just want to address it. Be careful, AZ. Siwa is strike happy. Well, you know, I don't know if Siwa knows, but I've never lost a copyright strike, and I'm about to lose now, okay? So you can come for me. It's going to be futile, but hey, I know all about fair use. I know how everything works around here. So, I mean, I don't think that'd be her best option, but hey, if you feel like wasting your time, then so be it, right? Yeah, literally everybody is saying that, and yeah, well, haven't lost yet. Ain't about to lose for fair use, but knock yourself out. Anyways, Siwa, if you're listening, man, you have no idea. You have no idea who you are dealing with as far as Jacci goes. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Jacci. Yo, pay attention, Siwa. And here's the thing. This lady actually sat there with her and listened to her stories and still said to herself, yup, I believe everything she's saying. She's obviously the one telling the truth here, which if you actually listen to the words that Jacci says, you go, wait a minute. You're not telling the truth here. So Siwa, I'm going to give this lady, Siwa, the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say, Siwa, you obviously just don't know any better yet. And I can't really blame her because, hey, we all learn the hard way sometimes. But yeah, So I just wanted to say that real quick. Here we go.
Hotel one night, and he was threatening to beat my ass. So I got in the car, and he slammed my front windshield and cracked it, and I let off the brake, and it rolled not even 1 mile an hour into the hotel pillar, and it not even put a scratch in the pillar. So what I did was walked from my car back to the hotel room, which was 20 feet away, grabbed my stuff from the hotel room so I could check out. By the time I got there, the cops were already there, and he had already ran from the cops, my ex-boyfriend. And my friend that was there at the time, Eric, was telling the cops that was someone else because he didn't want me to get in trouble. So I kind of played along with it at first. And then I was like, Eric, we got to tell the cops it was me. I said, we didn't leave the scene of the accident. Yeah, we left to go get the stuff out of the hotel room, but we technically didn't leave the accident. Like, we were 20 feet away. But because it was a 105-degree day and the Brantford PD fucking hates life, they gave me all these charges because they were assholes. They also turned the heat on in the car, so I was baking in a 98-degree car.
Okay, she said it was at night. Now it's during the day. It's 105 outside, but it's 98 degrees in the car with the heat on. Now, mind you, all Siwa did was say, "Hey, you know that Real Entertainment News put your record out there, right?" And Jacci goes into a spiral of finger pointing that I've never seen before. It's a sight to behold, man. I've never seen somebody take absolutely no accountability for any of the charges she got. None, not a single one. It's everyone else's fault. In every detail of her story, she goes from there's not a scratch on the car to there was a scratch on the car, I hit a pillar, to I hit a building. I crashed into a building. It's like, yo, how big was the fish, Jacci? Jacci, how big was the fish? Let me know. Did you need a boat for the fish or what? Let's go.
In the back of the cop car on July 4th. So go fuck yourself. That was because of my ex-boyfriend. I got forgery because of my ex-boyfriend because he forged a medical script to get Percocets when I was a drug addict. I was at work. They called the office to verify the script where I worked, and I got in trouble. And I took the heat for my ex-boyfriend because that's who I am as a person.
I'm sorry he's bringing that up. It was
I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to hide from any of you. I've learned from my mistakes, and I am a better person because of all the shit that I went through. But those two ex-boyfriends were the ones that beat the shit out of me, and I'm not in those relationships for a reason. And my boyfriend now can tell you he knows both of them and can verify they're douchebags for a reason, and they're both in jail now.
So,
wow. Okay then. I'm sure your boyfriend now definitely thinks your ex-boyfriends are POSs. I can totally see that, right? Like, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. It just goes, my ex-boyfriend. I'm sorry. I thought he put Jacci's charges out there. I didn't know it was the ex-boyfriend, right? But yeah, she goes on to be like, I can help people from what I learned from. Girl, I certainly hope you are not out in these streets helping other people when you can't even take accountability for the wrongs that you've done. Step 4 must have been a breeze for you. Okay? You lying McLiarson. For real. Just own it, dude. Just own it. Pointing the finger never makes anybody look good. I'm sorry it doesn't.
Because the ex-boyfriend that I got the impersonation and the leaving a scene of an accident, which those charges got dropped, but they're still in the record because
what he released was like larceny is what he released.
So it's not.
I didn't watch all of it. I just watched like 10 minutes, and I was like, "This is
larceny." I didn't rob anybody.
Larceny.
Yeah, no, that wasn't me. There's another person.
Larceny. You guys. I gotta ask. Have you ever met a paralegal who can't pronounce larceny? It goes from larceny to larceny. What is the other one? Larceny to I don't even know. She throws a random N in there at one point, but yeah, this is a quote unquote paralegal. She says, larceny? I never robbed anybody. Oh my God. I cannot. It wasn't me. We know, Jacci, it wasn't you. I know.
and larceny, I believe what it was. But again, it's nothing. It was 10 years.
So the forgery and the larceny probably was the accident because of the whole leaving the scene of an accident and the having the pillar have a scratch in it. That's probably what they're saying.
It says larceny.
Oh, it did have a scratch? I thought it didn't have a scratch in it. So the pillar does have a scratch in it. Okay, 10-4, Jackie, 10-4.
It's a crime involving the unlawful taking or theft of the personal property of another person or business.
Yes, because it was the business property.
No big deal to me. I mean, it sucks. But again, 10 years ago. 10 years.
That was when I was 24. I'm 34. And actually, that was when I was 22 years old, because that was 2 years after, because I was on probation for a year and a half, and I was clean. That's when I got clean off of drugs. And I started to change my fucking life, because I am 11 years.
I can't stand when people do this. This, my friends. Where my behavior panel people at? Congratulations on your chat for redirect, Jackie. I mean, hey, let's not talk about any of the wrong I did, because I've been sober for 11 years. Yeah, but what? Yeah. Hey, look, squirrel. You guys see that squirrel over there? Squirrel. Come on, man. Squirrel. I was 22, no, 24, but I was 20-something. Nope, it was 2 years after I was sober, blah, blah, blah. What? In other words, what can I say to make me look better right now? Yep.
Fucking clean, so we can go kiss my fucking ass there too. Honestly, I have nothing to hide from anybody. All the stuff that I've done throughout my life, I've talked to people and helped people that are dealing with shit like this in their life. Because if I never gone through this myself, I would not be who I am today.
True, and you couldn't help people.
Yeah, exactly.
You could share your story and help others. So what's he going to share? Oh, I back
I'm
up.
sorry that my ex-boyfriend was beating the crap out of me, and I tried to get away in my car, and he slammed the windshield, and I hit a building. And
this is the problem with the internet. I'm a victim, feel bad for me, right? Maybe her ex-boyfriends really were POSs, right? I've dated some doozies, let me tell you, in my day. Okay. But I'm my own person. Nobody makes me do anything. If I had larceny charges, I'm pretty sure that, I'd have something to do with it. Just saying. Yeah. So it was a 105-degree day at night, and she went from not even a scratch to a scratch in a pillar to crashing into a building, all because it's not her fault. That's all you need to know. It's not her fault.
And then my friend was trying to cover my ass because this was the first time we ever got in trouble with the fucking police.
That's terrifying. I'm sorry you went. He went on live last night. I think he said,
I don't watch his shit. That's what he thinks. He thinks that I watch his shit. I don't, because I don't really give a hell. I don't give a shit what he says about me.
Y'all know I hate feet. You know I do. I woke up and
oops. When I go right here, you can see the scar.
I'm gonna throw up.
Right here.
Yeah. Good Lord. Oh my God. I can't even, I was like burned in my skull.
My ex-boyfriend, who I got arrested for the leaving the scene of an accident and impersonation and larceny, that shit, he broke my ankle in 7 fucking spots.
Wait a minute, didn't she just say it wasn't me? The larceny, you trying to charge me for larceny? It wasn't me. She just told us it wasn't her. Now it is her. Okay. All right then.
I had a plain 6 screw put in because he freaking tackled me to the ground and beat the shit out of me. Then he wouldn't take me to the hospital for 4 hours. And then when he finally took me to the hospital, and we were both on Percocets at that point, they gave me 3 Percocets and he wanted 1. And because I took all 3 because I was in pain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, listen, Linda. I've done a couple drugs in my day, all right? I don't know no hospital that will give you 3 Percocets at once. Yeah, but it gets better, you guys. The fish was that, want to see how big the fish was? It was like this big. You know why? Because she took all the Percocets that the hospital gave her at once. She didn't give one to her boyfriend. He beat her ass in the freaking hospital, and the doctors and the nurses were just like, we don't see nothing. Yep, mandated reporters. Nope, I'm not a mandated reporter. Nope, didn't see nothing. Wait till you hear this shit. This is when I flip the desk, okay?
He beat the shit out of me in the hospital.
That's horrific.
That was the night, though, that I ended.
Did he get a charge for that?
Well, no, he actually didn't get the charge in the hospital. The doctors looked the other way. So I left with him after they said, okay, well, you're going to need surgery.
girlfriend.
Yeah, I left with him after. So I left with him afterwards. He was driving my car because I couldn't drive. I had a broken ankle. And I said, drop me off at my friend's house. He would not drop me off at my friend's house, and I ended up jumping out of the car, and a police officer saw this, and he threw my crutches at my head. The cop picked me up off the ground and took me to my friend's house. He told him if he ever came near me again.
Yo, I'm sorry. Okay, so it wasn't enough that, you know, the hospital watched Jacci get beat up and did nothing, right? But now, what a bad day this must have been. But now, she jumps out the whip with a broken ankle. She just jumps out of the car. I jumped out of the car, okay. The boyfriend gets out the whip, takes the crutches, and throws them at her head. And the cop is just like, yeah, don't do that again. Something isn't right here. Like, the cop only said, like, don't stop bothering her, leave her alone. But then babysat him, you'll see. But I don't know. Man, what a bad day that must have been. I don't know.
Again, or went to my friend's house, he'd be watching and he'd get arrested. The guy did not leave me alone. He ended up parking my vehicle down the road, went to my friend's door, banging at the door at 3 o'clock in the morning. The cop was across the street watching the whole time, like he said. So he ended up coming to my friend's house. The cop saw he got arrested because he wouldn't leave me alone. He lied to the bondsman. So the bondsman that the money was at the apartment in my car, that every single night he would come, throw cat food, spoiled milk, cottage cheese, anything that would sour overnight, he would throw it in my car. So every day I would have to go out with a broken ankle and clean my car. And finally, on the 10th night of him doing this, he decided to get high on crack, go rob the convenience store down the road from my apartment for a pack of cigarettes, money, and scratch-offs. He won $500 on a scratch-off that he tried to cash it in, and that's when they caught his ass, and he finally went away to jail for 10 years. None of the charges for me.
None of the charges were from me. Okay, well, I'm glad we cleared that up. And yeah, so I don't understand how, you know, how I don't know. She starts to tell somebody out, Tyranicholee, right? She starts to tell her like, "Yo, I worked at I worked in an office and my boyfriend stole the prescription pad." And I said, "Hey, you probably shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't write prescriptions with that prescription pad." But he did anyways. And then I got in trouble for it. She took the rap for that too. I'm sure that she had nothing to do with that either, right? You know, and here's the thing, Jacci. I hope you know this. Like, yo, like a lot of people when we went through addiction or whatever, like, did a lot of dumb shit. Right? Like, just avoiding all this and just being like, nope, it was all just a big mix-up. It was a big misunderstanding. Just a misunderstanding, you know? Nothing to see here. Dude, just own the shit, man. Like, come on. Let's go. She changes the stories anyways, so it's not like it's the truth. So here we go.
I'm here because you guys support me just as much as I support you. Josh won't speak to me because Josh is afraid of what Real will do to him.
I know, and I picked that up. I was trying to get a reading, find out why he hasn't been around. I was like, he's scared. Real's going to attack him again if he gets back in it. So I didn't take it.
So Siwa did a reading. And came to the conclusion that it's because of Real. Well, that's funny because the only one that thinks it's because of Real is Jacci. So maybe Siwa a little tuned into her energy or something too much, but that's not why at all. And here's the thing. Josh himself has said that's not why at all, not even close. It's because of you, Jacci, but you'll hear him say this at the end, okay? Not even that is her fault. Her co-host leaving her? Nope, that's not her fault either. Nope, not even close.
It personally over here with those.
Every time I lost my best friend because of it. That's what hurts me.
We'll get him back. Look, I'll speak to Josh because Josh needs to know he's going to be protected in here. And Real, if we get Josh back over here and you mess with him, what did I say? What did I say that I was going to do? Hold up. Let me go to me
because he was my best friend. And he was
I actually took a big chunk of this video out because it was so pathetic, okay? These two women sat here and made Josh look like he was a helpless little puppy. Like, oh my God, he's not strong enough. He's not strong enough. Girl, you walking around telling people he's not strong enough, then yeah, he probably won't be. But like, I thought that was so rude. And if Jacci was his best friend, like, why is she up there like letting this lady be? And like, he's like a pathetic little thing, and we need to help him. He's not strong enough. Like, come on, man. Josh takes a long time to get a sentence out, but he's not stupid. He's not helpless. And that's straight up insulting. I actually took that part out because I was like, they are treating Josh like he's helpless. Like, and he's not. Josh, if you're listening, you're not a helpless human being. Like, I don't know why these people treat you like you are, but, you know, you're not. So if somebody hasn't told you that lately, you know, your best friend and whatnot.
Was disgusted what Real was doing about talking
And then
about
Real comes in here.
I still don't say anything bad about him. I don't talk about any of him on my channel. So I don't understand why he keeps coming after. He thinks that I'm weak because I don't talk about him, but I'm not weak. It's called being strong. It's called being a strong woman who knows her fucking boundaries and knows not to take shit from men like.
She's a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man, okay? But here's the thing, you guys. Like I wrote on the video, strong women also know when to walk away and just move on and stop dwelling on something that somebody said that hurt you. Like, I get it. Like, he hurt you. He cut you deep. I get it. Like, that pain, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, I don't know what it's like to be an SA victim. Thank God. Okay. I can only imagine. Actually, I can't even imagine the pain that people carry around with them and in how bad it must hurt when somebody pokes at that and tries to rip it open just to spite you, right? That must be a really horrible feeling. I get it. As much as I can get it, I get it. I get it. It would be all the more reason, though, to just shut it down and not even deal, right? Because if there's one thing that I think people still have not learned, is that this dude is going to say and do what he's going to say and do. He's set in his ways, okay? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. We all tried. We have tried, okay? He is who he is. I am who I am. Green eggs and ham. I am Sam. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think Jacci's waiting for him to have like an awakening moment, and it's just not going to happen. That's why it's best, you know, nobody pay attention to him anymore. If he cuts you that deep, don't pay attention. You know? It's like pouring salt in a wound over and over and over again and being like, but why does it sting?
Like you.
Yep, and we're not.
That's all that is. I'm not a weak
only reason I
person because I won't
spoke to
talk about you. Because believe me, I can roast your ass worse than Amber did the other night. I can put your ass away for the rest of your life because I got more shit on him than he knows what to fucking do with. He thinks he has my record and that's it. You should see the shit that I got on him. I got a hard drive. Where is it?
Thank you, Kit Kat.
I got a hard drive full of shit.
I know you've been
all on you. I have all of his lives. I might not watch them. I get the link. I fucking download it. Me having a hard drive of him with all that information, all of that stuff is stuff that was from March and April when everyone was all about me doing an exposed video on him. All of that stuff is all that same information.
Here's the thing, and maybe you people in the chat know, okay? Who was down for Jacci doing an exposed video? Because from what I remember, not a damn person. Nobody. No. At that point, we were all like, all right, dude, we're not going to get through to this guy. And I'm pretty sure that all of us were like, yeah, you probably shouldn't make that video. Like, don't do it. I don't know who all these people are. You know what? It's probably, you know, like Jennifer P. and freaking Cindy Lou Who and all these banana freaking instigators who like dwell in the background causing problems for everyone. It's probably them, if anybody, but I know it wasn't me, Stacy, Kim, Julie, any of us. I don't know who all of these people were, but hey, whatever you tell yourself, Jacci.
That I found and my attorney gave me. I have all of his lives. I might not watch them. I get the link. I fucking download it. And my attorney gave me. My lawyer gets it the next day and my lawyer watches it. And my attorney gave me having a hard drive of him with all that information, all of that stuff is stuff that was from March and April when everyone was all about me doing an exposed video on him. All of that stuff is all that same information that I found and my attorney gave me. I have all of his lives. I might not watch them. I get the link. I fucking download it.
Oh, and then we also know now a whole community knew you were collecting this information. None of them are talking, which is fucking weird to me altogether.
Because they don't want him to talk about them.
Right, but
No, nobody's talking about it because nobody gave a shit and nobody wanted her to make it. She's trying to fool Tyranicholee right now. She's like, oh, they all wanted it. What? No, you were like one of the last people standing still trying to poke the dude, okay? All of us had kind of like, you know, healed the burn wounds and we were like, all right, you know, not going to touch the fire anymore. My burn is just healed. I'm going to move on. Not put my hand. Nope. Jackie was like, does anybody want to put their hand in the fire with me? Anybody? No? Okay, then.
But they all co-signed this behavior and now they're all running. We also know there's a whole community that knew about it, and every one of them motherfuckers are MIA. You're all alone, which is sad, and I will say that. But
no, there's a reason Jackie's all alone right now. There's a reason. Another one who I'm gonna be like, you just don't know, you know, because why would every creator know this, right? Unless you were there for it, you don't know. Right? Nobody's running scared. Nobody, you know, is staying quiet for that reason. We're all looking at her like, girl, are you really going to sit here and pretend that that's what happened? Yikes. Because that's not what happened. Not even close.
now you said it. Now everybody who doesn't like Ren is wondering why you're not putting this out there, because you have said, I hold this key and I can take him down forever. And there's people that now want to be like, well, why aren't you doing it? Why did you act that way if you're not going to do it?
That's just not who I am as a person. I can put your ass away for the rest of your life because I got more shit on him than he knows what to fucking do with. He thinks he has my record and that's it. You should see the shit that I got on him. I got a hard drive. Where is it?
Thank you, Kit Kat.
I got a hard drive full of shit.
I know you've been
all on
recording
you.
everybody that's been messing with all of us.
Everybody.
Recording.
I have all of his lives. I might not watch them. I get the link. I fucking download it. My lawyer gets it the next day, and my lawyer watches it.
Why did you act that way if you're not going to do it?
That's just not who I am as a person.
But
I got everything. I got so much motherfucking shit. I have the house photo of where you fucking live. I have everything on you real. And then some.
Why did you act that way if you're not going to do it?
That's just not who I am as a person. Motherfucker, I got it. Do you want me to give it to her? Because I will.
What was
I got the whole given episode and then some. Why? Because I watched the Dr. Phil when it happened. I knew who he was. I know about you from 12 years ago. I know everything about you.
Little girl, are you trying to come
me.
here?
That's the problem.
Why did you act that way if you're not going to do it?
That's just not who I am as a person. I will.
All right, for real quick here. Does anybody know? She told like, oh, I have this video. I have this Dr. Phil video from freaking X amount of years ago. Okay, why? If real entertainment news has not affected you until recently, right? Then why do you have stuff saved from what'd she say? What is it? 12 years ago? Whenever the Casey Anthony thing? Not Casey Anthony. Oh my god, I get them so mixed up. The other monster bitch, freaking. What's her name? Travis Alexander's girl there. What is her name? Anyways, why do you have that? That video is taken offline, right? So Jodi Arias, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Why do you have that? So you wonder why this guy, Real Entertainment News, is going, she's been doing this for 12 years, right? Because you can't get your hands on that episode nowadays unless she wants us to think she has it and she doesn't. You know what I mean? That might be why. Or has she really been doing this for 12 years? I don't think so. But either way, she wants Real Entertainment News to think that. Are you trying to intimidate him? Is that what she gets out of this? I mean, because I don't get that part. That whole, I have that video from Dr. Phil. Because I watched it. Okay, you watched it, but you also downloaded it that long ago? It doesn't make any sense to me, you guys. I don't know why she would have that. I really don't. I don't think she has it. I think she's fronting. I really do. I really think she's trying to intimidate him. She finds him so threatening that she's making things up.
Do something to hurt somebody.
Girl, are you saying that to Jackie? Because I don't agree with it. She didn't put it out. Real put it out there, and now she's having to respond and explain herself. Unfortunately, because he put it out there. So
I don't. Listen, my business is my business. Yes, but I have nothing to hide from anybody because what I went through, I can help others, and clearly it's out there. My grandmother wanted to get these charges erased off my record.
You should.
And I told her no, because it's who I was 10 years ago.
You guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bullshit meter is just smashed this week, so you'll have to forgive me, okay? You are choosing. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You are choosing to leave that on your record, right? Because it makes you who you are today. Hey, Jackie, you want to know something? Jackie, you want to know something? You are who you is today, with or without that written on your record. So you should probably take it off, you know? Just saying. It's like if the words on the screen, if the words on the record go away, then she'll be a different person. That makes no sense to me. What does her grandmother have to do with it? Makes you wonder what the charges really are, doesn't it? She ain't heard that from me, though. All right.
Who has made me this person that I am now.
That's the reason why there's such an outcry, because it's no longer private anymore. It's, oh, I have this information. Again, I will say it.
Oh, shoot, kid. Hold on. Shyla. Good point, Shyla. Shyla says, she didn't do any of it. It was all someone else's fault. But she wants to keep it on record because it's who she is and it's how far she came as a person. Girl, you are taking the rap for everybody else to the point where, like, you had nothing to do with any of it. But you want that shit to stay around. That makes sense. Okay, sure. Whatever you say, Jackie.
The real entertainment news is not the reason. The reason why I'm no longer friends with Jackie is her doing. No, I don't want to be treated that way. But last night I was frustrated because it keeps on being brought up that I left because of real, and that's not the reason. The reason why I left was because basically I took time off. It was mine and my partner's anniversary, and he took time off work to spend it with me. So I took time off, like being on YouTube, being on the Discord chat and everything like that. And she knew this information, but wouldn't leave me alone. She wanted to get me on voice chat constantly, and she used emotional manipulation to do it. And at one point, she literally turned around and said she wanted to die. And then a few hours later, was on her channel saying she's having a great weekend, and she was saying everyone else was having a great weekend. And I was like, you literally turned around and said to me a few hours ago that you wanted to die. That's for me. I was just like, I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't be. And that's what all this was over. It all started with me taking time off. You know, as I said last night, I had a wedding to go to. I had a fireworks display to go to. You know, I had real life stuff to do. And it wasn't. She wanted me on voice chat constantly because she'd got some drama going on with like multiple different people. To which I eventually did get on not a voice chat, but a like we're doing now, like StreamYard thing. We had like a recording to do for our horoscope thing. And then behind the scenes of that, all I got was the drama of everything. And I was just like, this is the reason why you wanted me on the voice chat, was to discuss the drama of this person's done this person's done that, this person's left Discord, this person. And I was just like, nope, not doing it. And I left. That.
Doesn't that sound so familiar? Not doing it, and then Jackie being a little sneaky and being like, oh yeah, but yes you are. Come on in the Discord. Let me tell you about this one. Let me tell you about that one. Yes, you are. Where are the boundaries? Josh is literally telling you, I am trying to take a break, right? She uses manipulation not only to get him in the Discord, okay? Not only for that, She manipulates him into recording her freaking, you know how she reads the Yahoo freaking horoscopes or something? She was like, oh, it's time to read our Yahoo horoscopes. And he was like, okay, you know, because he was like, didn't want to leave her hanging because, you know, Josh is a nice guy. Sure enough, she gets him on there, and then boom, right as soon as they're done, she starts pouring in all the stuff that he's been trying to avoid because he deserves a vacation too. Everybody has to touch the grass once in a while, you know? If Josh is literally asking for some space and saying, hey, I need some time. I've given you a lot. I just need a break, you know? But she won't even give him that, you know? She already took off, probably found freaking another person to replace him because she can't be alone. She needs a crutch co-host, right? That always ends up seeing her for who she is and leaving anyways. But Rachel says, she keeps saying she didn't know he was taking a break, but so many told her, not just Josh. Excuse me. I'm glad that you brought that up because I did hear her say that. I didn't know. And I'm like, listen, say what you want about Josh, right? I've needed Josh to speak up before and he didn't. Jennifer did, right? One thing I will say about him, he's not a liar. I've never known him to flat out lie unless I don't think that Josh would just pull that out of nowhere, you know? And the fact that you're telling me that other people reconfirmed that, look, the dude's on a freaking vacay. You personally told her, wow. But yet she hobbles around to all these pianos going, but I didn't know. It's not my fault, you guys. The larceny is not my fault. I'm starting to think the larceny is your fault, Jackie. And furthermore, anybody know any paralegals that can't pronounce larceny? That think larceny has to do with robbing people? No? Me either.
Did that recording, left. And that's the last interaction I had with her was on the 18th of October. And then I found out later that she's telling people that she's tried to contact me. And I'm not responding, but there's nothing I can't respond to anything if there's nothing to respond to. So I'm like, you're trying to make me out to be the bad guy of a situation that you caused.
Now, there's so much to the story, and it's been really hard for me to figure out what I want to say publicly and what I don't want to say. But clearly, we're not friends if I can reach out twice in 2 different ways and never get a response. Clearly, we're not friends if things are being said to other people about us. Clearly, we're not friends if we attempt to have a conversation and we get threatened with self-harm.
So I was just like, the emotional manipulation was just plain for me to see.
When we're trying to look out for our friend. Clearly, we're not friends if we're getting kicked from a Discord without our knowledge. So, you know, I just don't want anyone to think that we're all trying to work this out because there's no trying at this point.
So I'm like, you're trying to make me out to be the bad guy of a situation that you caused.
There's not been any trying. And you know, I guess that's what I got to say about that. Well, and when we tried the next day, you actually, I think, might even have the screenshot of this. We were met with, I can't do this. You're going to cause me to have a seizure. Because my response was, do not put that on me. Do not blame me for you having a seizure. That is not fair to me.
So I was just like, the emotional manipulation was just plain for me to see.
Well, you guys, I don't like emotional manipulators. I really don't. You know, they take advantage of people. And I'm not going to sit here and speak for anybody else, right? But when all heck broke loose between the Great Divide from Charlotte's Discord, and then, you know, we had Kim and Stacey literally walk away from Jackie for the same exact reasons, okay? You know, the emotional manipulation, the links that she went to manipulate them or try to manipulate them. She's done it with me before, and I was not even a co-host. Like, it's not okay to tell your friends and people you're supposed to care about, right? Like, you can't do this or I'm going to have a seizure. Like, that's not fair. It's not right. It's not fair. And she's used it for dumb things too. Like, the girl is immature and petty. She's argued over thumbnails before. Like, yo, if you don't let me make this thumbnail, like, I'll have a seizure. Like, yo, it's like she's very. And I knew when all this great divide happened and Josh went with Jacci. I said, how long is it gonna be? She's gonna, and you know, Josh is a people pleaser. Jacci's a manipulator. I'm surprised that their friendship ended as soon as it did, to be honest with you. I thought it would go on a lot much longer. All I want to say is, Josh, I'm glad that you saw this for what it is, because it's not okay to be treated like that, no matter how much you care about the person. If you're asking for bounties and you're asking for a break and the person can't see that or give you that respect, then they don't respect you. You know? And I don't like how Siwa and Jacci are treating Josh like he is this little puppy who literally needs to be babysat or just helped. He's helpless. Josh, you're not helpless. Like, you know, and Josh has apologized to me too, which, you know, I'm a forgiving person. You know, I appreciate his apology, but that really disturbed me, put it this way. Like, and the crazy part about all that is, you guys, right? Yeah, I think that Josh is a good person too. I don't think he has a bad bone in his body, honestly. I really don't. But when that great divide happened in Charlotte's Discord over me telling everybody to just stop with the real entertainment news stuff, right? What happened was people got upset about it, right? They were like, you were so mean to us when you said it. And I was like, okay. I realized there was like, I don't know, 5-6 people that I actually did care about at the time that I really upset by being the brazen biatch I am. So I found them. I seeked them out. I found them. I went to them on Josh's panel and I said, I'm sorry if, you know, my approach was too much. It was not my intention. I shouldn't have done that. I told them, you know, I basically asked them to, you know, forgive me. And they did. Thank you, Yvette. Yvette, I want to talk to you about Astro World. Josh, we love you. AZ, I love you too. Yvette, Josh, you hear that? And Josh, I hope you see that, like, you know, the people in the chat really think you're a nice guy. Like, you are. You're a gentle soul. I really think that you're a nice guy. So he did apologize to me. I don't know exactly what he's sorry for or what his apology entails, because he just said sorry, but I don't know for what. But like I said, I seeked them out. I went to Josh's panel. I said, hey, sorry I did that, yada, yada, yada. They were all like, okay. And then JJ the Crying Gangsta, PJ, all those people literally went behind my back and they were like, AZ is in a secret alliance with Real Entertainment News. That's why. When I had already dropped him because of what he said to Jacci. So Jacci, being Jacci, knew that I signed off on him because of what he said to her. And yet she still went behind my back with the people I just named, talking about how I was in cahoots with him. The really funny part is that still tickles my fancy to this day. They lined up to become friends with him, which is great. Be friends. But while you were accusing me of being friends with him, y'all getting in line to be friends with him, and I didn't even talk to him till the other day. And I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I know. We're not bothering Real Entertainment News. We just have hard drives and shit. Come on, dude. That is sick. Jacci, put up or shut up. If you're gonna take Real Entertainment News, you're gonna give them a cease and desist, whatever it is you plan on, just do it. Just do it. Because dangling all this stuff over his head is not going to make your wish for him to disappear go away any faster. Grow up. Grow up. I would tell Real Entertainment News to grow up, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He is who he is, you know? This, you know, a lot of you need to remember, too. Even I have to remind myself sometimes, right? Shock value, my friends. When you think Real Entertainment News, just think shock value. He is a shock value content creator. He says things like this because people react like that. Does it make it right? Nope. He says some really nasty things. I get it. But if he cuts you that deep, you need to work on whatever it is inside of yourself that fucks you up so bad that you can't move on or hit blocked or hit not interested on the channel when it scrolls by you. Whatever it is that is stirring you to act that way, figure it out, because real entertainment news ain't your problem. I'm sorry. If that's what you're doing, then there's something else. I mean, I'm no expert here, but you know, it's like I dropped the dude because of Jacci, because I cared about her, because I didn't want her feelings to be hurt. But yet she still went behind my back. And people wonder why I don't want anything to do with these people. I'm just saying, guys, at the end of the day, just like the death threats I've been getting, right? I've been getting emails and nasty stuff. I've been getting tagged in some crazy person's community post. I'm sure you guys know kind of what's going on, if anything. But like, you are words on a screen. You are words on a screen. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and sad fish about it and be like, they're going to come get me. Come, I got cameras. Come to my door, I'm waving a 4-4. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Either put up or shut up. Like, these people are so tough, right? And then you have Jacci like, oh, you know, I'm just not that kind of person. That's why I haven't followed through with it. Then what are you doing with hard drives? Pick a stance and stay there, you know, because you're just looking foolish now, right? But and this isn't anything against Tyranicholee. I don't think she knows the history. I really don't. Siwa Moon, I don't think she knows the history. I really don't. And of course, you know, Jacci's over there love bombing her. I have fun over here. We have fun. I support you guys. You guys support me. Da 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 da. Siwa Moon. You might not see it today. You might not see it tomorrow, but you will see it. Okay? And here's the thing, and I want to say, I don't care about Jacci's past. I really don't. I really don't. What I do care about is the fact that, you know, I can take my past and help people. Help people what? Help people talk circles around other people and how to avoid accountability? That ain't helping nobody, my friend. Nope. Nope, nope. You know, and I don't care how many larceny charges Jacci has. I don't give a shit about that. I really don't. And he didn't dox her either, because he never showed her name. He never showed anything personal about her. I could put anybody's record on the screen and say, this belongs to Jen T. Here's Jen T's larceny record. I don't know. And I don't even believe that she writes. I don't even believe she worked for a lawyer. Because if you can't say larceny, I mean, there are just so many red flags here. I can't even. And there's more. Oh, there's more. I'm telling you, I watched these lives and I was like, my head was spinning for the amount of just pure dodgeball champion of the world statistically that was going on. I couldn't even handle it. I was like, I can't even fit all this into one entire video. There would have to be a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just don't have the patience for that. I really don't. But Jacci, just take some accountability, man. It won't hurt you. It really, really won't. But I have been saying this for months now. These people do this with him, and then they hide their hands. Okay? Either put him on not recommended and move on with your life, or get your cease and desist. Because this whole middle ground, he's just going to keep firing shots. You're just going to keep firing. How long is this going to go on? It's disgusting. You know, it honestly makes me sad that somebody's that disturbed by him that they can't let go. Like, it was disturbing back then. It's still disturbing to me. I'm telling not just Jacci, anybody, if he disturbs you that bad, please figure out whatever it is you need to figure out to stop watching. Just stop. You know? I don't agree with what he says, but I don't take anything he says personally. You can call me a cracker bitch all he wants. Like, it's not right, but it doesn't hurt me. You know, it shouldn't hurt you either. It's words that he is saying to ignite a fire. I don't think he does it because he genuinely believes in his heart that we're all cracker bitches. I just don't believe it. I don't know. Maybe he does think I'm a cracker bitch. Either way, or it doesn't really affect me. It doesn't affect me. You know, but strong women stand and fight, but they also know when to fold. You know what I'm saying? Just reading the chat here. Yeah, Amber, check right. The best thing I ever did was unsubscribe and walk away from some channels. And not even that, man. I'm telling you that whole the 3 little dots you can press on, like when someone comes up in your feed, you can hit not interested. That button has become my friend, let me tell you. That has saved me from even having to see the people that I unsubscribed from, right? A lot of people forget about that. Like if you don't, like out of sight, out of mind, right? Like if you don't even see them appear, you don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to say to yourself, gee, I wonder what they've been up to. Because you just don't see them come up, you know? Consider it. Out of sight, out of mind. Ignorance really is bliss, you know? But anyways, guys, it's just frustrating because I think that Jacci is not a bad person. I just think that she's become quite the bullshit artist. But I think that she has a good heart. I just think she's trying to fool everybody. You know? Protect your energy at all costs. Exactly. And that takes time, right, Yvette? It really does. It really does take time to learn how to do that. Because I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've never done that, right? Like, it took me a long time to get to the point where I am now where I'm like, yeah, not interested. Just move on, right? There was a period of time where I used to hate watch somebody. It was before I had my channel, but still. Ignorance is bliss, my friends. Remember that, right? Anyways, if you guys have not seen Dear Yvette talk about Astro World, you should check it out. I started listening to it today before I went grocery shopping. I need to finish it, but I'm interested in Astro World. What about you guys? Actually, Yvette, you're a moderator or whoever. Can you link that video to Yvette's channel about Astro World? Can somebody do that for me, please? Please. Because you guys should, it's interesting. Because I'm interested to hear what Yvette has to say for the simple fact that she's from that area, right? At least I think she's from Texas. I hope I'm right. I think she is. She's from that area, and you know, she's in the music industry. So, and I've talked to her before about the dark side of the music industry. So I'm really interested to finish the rest of that video. You don't know how, Julie. Julie, you want to grab that video for me? What is the name of it? Hold on. I'll do it. Let me go to I forgot I have my phone right in front of me. Hold on. Because before we go, I want to leave it here. The one I was watching was inspirational quotes. How did I? Oh, here's the Bonnet Cafe coffee. Sorry. Bonnet and coffee. Astro World deaths. Who should be responsible? Here we go. I found it. Yeah. So someone that's in the industry and from the area. Cool channel. I like her. I like Yvette a lot. Good energy. I still need to make a GIF of like somebody of her ringing the bell. The freaking bell she has. The bell. Well, Julie, it was easier for me because I just went to my history, but if it wasn't for my history, I would still be looking for it probably. The Astro World footage is horrific. It really is, right? Listen, I saw Travis Scott in 2015. He opened for The Weeknd, right? And I keep thinking back to it, and I remember like nobody gave a shit about Travis Scott. Like everybody was impatiently waiting for The Weeknd to come on stage, and nobody even paid attention to Travis Scott's set. Like how he has the power to manipulate the masses like he has into doing dumb things blows my mind because he's not even all that. He's really not. Like, he's not even that great of a musician. He's definitely not that great of a person. Anyways, yeah, the conspiracy theories, listen. Telling you guys right now, there are certain you guys are going to think I'm nuts, but you already know I am, right? There are certain frequencies that you can play that have a way to manipulate your brainwaves, okay? I do it to fall asleep, right? And he had frequencies playing outside of that concert before you even walk in, and they were weird, okay? Just saying. And the fact that he stood there and didn't stop everything, knowing that people would, I'm sorry, but there was like a freaking stiff body being passed around in a crowd surf. I know he saw that shit, okay? And he was just like, yeah, anyways, la-ti-da, kept singing his stupid song. Yo, he really did. Listen, binaural beats. Yeah, I'm telling you, binaural beats is a real thing, man. I've gotten into some of the deepest meditations I've ever been in with binaural beats. I definitely, it's a science. Like, this is factual. There is scientific evidence out there with brain scans, okay, that show you how certain sound waves from binaural beats can manipulate your brain. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is real. This is science. Like, I didn't make the rules. Crazy as it sounds, this happens, right? I believe that hysteria can really be triggered by certain sound waves over an extended period of time. You know, I'll definitely do a panel event. I know I need to check my Instagram DMs because I know that you wrote back. I just haven't had a chance to read it, but I'm all about that. I can't wait to talk about this. I just don't know how. Let's think about this, because I do want to wrap this up, but listen, let's think about this. You can't help but look at all the parallels in music, like everything from like people like Biggie, like look at his last album's name, like, you know what I'm saying, like Ready to Die. And then you have Travis Scott, his freaking, it's called Escape Plan. Like, what? Escape Plan? Speaking of escape plans, how is it 2020, 2021, you know, that light years in the future? How is it this day and age and we don't have a solid escape plan? Yep. The government has used frequencies before. Oh, and you know what else I want to look into, guys? Maybe someone in here knows about it. This is the last thing I want to say. One more thing before I go, right? Cell phone jammers, right? Did you hear those security guards who got paid like off the street, literally, who had no experience, but they were told, like, yo, if you want to call your family or if you have any phone calls to make, you need to do it now because your phone's not going to work in a little while. Why would they use cell phone jammers? There are so many random little things that make me go, look, I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on, but kind of weird. Anyways, Yvette, I'm going to check my Instagram off here. We'll figure out a time to talk about this because I would love to. Anyways. Mary, I played binaural beats meditation at group therapy and 2 people threw up from it. I believe you. I believe you. Yup. Telling you. Yes, Rachel, at Astro World, yep. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here, but let's talk about this weekend for sure, okay? Thanks for listening. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go back and read the chat too because my ADD has been so bad lately that I've been trying not to pay attention to the chat as much as I used to because I get super sidetracked Sally. So lately I go back after the stream and read the chat because I miss all these little conversations that go on. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll put up the stream in advance so we can set reminders for it because I definitely want to talk about this. I actually want to keep talking about it right now, but I can't. I'm gonna go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Smash that like on the way out, okay? Or you can dislike it if you dislike it. Either way, you know, it is what it is. But think of 3 things you're grateful for. When you hit end and after you hit the like button, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Okay, guys? Okay. Love you long.